Whoa. Welcome to this week's BTP, which stands for what?
Boytown Players.
No podcast.
I took a little break. Well, we both did in between the last podcast. We've just sat here and reflected the whole time in these chairs. I mean,
people watching will be like, motherfucker, why all of a sudden if you just sat and reflected, is there a motherfucking shadow wall behind us? Because guess what? Paid a decorator to come around while we just sat back and relaxed.
I've got to say, if you're watching the video podcast on YouTube, Papa Bear excelled himself. No, is that what? No, soiled himself.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
You shit yourself and then
you need to watch that. I mean, we don't think we live in the country to make jokes about that, Shane. You know, we're a cross community. In fact, would you say Boytown is cross community?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we are.
Cross community grants.
Yeah,
but yeah, guys,
we're dishing them out.
Welcome along to this episode, man. You know what? I feel old.
Why? You look old.
Don't know.
It's maybe the light and the grey hairs come through, and that sort of, I don't know. I must be honest. I'm jealous that. Well, how did this work out? Right? What's the story behind this?
First of
all,
all,
you met a guy in a bar.
First of all,
and he buys you loads of stuff.
First of all,
right?
First of all, you say the grey hairs coming through.
Yeah.
You mean the grey hair? I have one.
Yeah. But it's good that at least the long bits aren't grey. That's at least they're still sweet. I'm just over the... I mean...
My bangs?
Yeah, your bangs. I also think they're called piots. Is that what the Jews call it?
No, that's a guy that flies a plane, you fucking idiot.
Oh, no, not anymore, man.
He's the pilot?
Yeah, not
You get to sit in the pilot's cock if you're a good boy and flight.
The pilot's cock, definitely not name of the episode, Ben, so don't
the pilot's cock, Ben, write it down, please.
Yeah, oh no.
Does Ben absolutely love the new studio because he just gets to, like, sit? There's room for you to sit, you know what I mean?
Ben, don't cover your mouth. Come on over, join us. What do you make of the new studio? What's your initial thoughts? I want to ask you honestly, whenever you heard that the new studio was going to be decorated...
Hold on, no. When you heard I had acquired property, that should set alarm bells off and everyone said, guys have done a deal with an estate agent. Oh no. The one catch is our new office is in Kosovo, but the rent is good.
But genuinely, when you heard we were going to be decorating it, what was your first thought?
Handy Andy and his wee mate.
I was worried.
You were worried, yeah.
Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
pleasantly surprised. That's the most you'll get out of Ben.
I need to ask Ben a serious question here. Are you happier with Boytown now than you were maybe a couple of weeks ago in the old studio?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Do you feel like as a producer, you're inspired that the podcast is going to go forward?
Yeah.
You know,
or is a lot of your newfound happiness because you have far less of a chance of standing human shit on the way here?
Yeah.
Now, you say that.
I brought something.
There is a toilet on the middle floor here, and sometimes Daddy finds toilet bowls a bit too cold. So I just can't put my bottom on a cold toilet seat. So sometimes I have to shit on the floor. So there is still a risk, potentially, that we could...
You definitely look like a guy who would take a lot of items of clothing off to do a poo. For sure, you would. Like
I've ever told you about my mate Macca and his poo, naked poos. Right, well, Macca's a guy who, let's just say...
I know, the sky pig.
Yeah, he's a sky pig.
Sky pig.
He's a hairy, bald man, figure that out, right? Yeah. And he's a stocky wee man. He's a stocky wee powerhouse. And he doesn't like...
All your mates are hairy wee bald fat guys.
But I mean, what's wrong with that? All your mates are like 14-year-old footballers, so I mean, we can't pick and choose who we're attracted to. Sure. Or, sorry, drawn to is what I meant. So, basically, long story short, he is a hot guy. Like, he gets warm. Yeah. He gets warm. So he thought, when he likes to poo, he would go to put his trousers down. He'd be like, that's a bit clammy. I can't really be my true self in here. I can't really cleanse with his shirt on. So he'd take his shirt off and just relax and do a poo. And then, as time progressed, he started taking off the bottoms as well to just have a full naked experience with his shits, which was fine until he was at uni and he was at some sort of ball, some kind of like do. And now don't say when he was at a ball, I don't mean like at 2:15 on a Friday morning when you've had maybe
sucking off Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, so he was in a toilet and a couple of the lads at this formal, that's the word I'm looking for, not a ball.
A ball? Why are you a Victorian guy?
At the ball.
They're having moonshine at the ball.
So he went in to do a shit and he was wearing a nice tuxedo and he took it off and hung it up. That was grand. But then these lads were like, right, we're going to just fuck. Because again, whenever you're a student Oh, you would know because you weren't. But you know,
Yeah,
whenever
I went to school
no, you didn't.
for a little while.
You didn't. You clean chimneys with your fingers, and this guy you just met down by the boardwalk. Damn it, the boardwalk. But so these guys thought it'd be really funny to throw a pint over Mako when he's doing shit. So they just went over and fired a pint over, and then he started laughing. And they were like, we got you. And he's like, nah, fuckers. And they just peeked over, and there he is, fully naked. And he's like, just came out, put his shirt back on, his clothes, his tux, and then he's ready to go.
The thing I find weird about that is, right, and you're a guy who
Fucks.
will do
What?
admin and stuff when you probably go for a poo. Like you,
Oh, aye.
you're definitely like the guy with the newspaper under the arm, whistling on. You do a crossword.
Uh-huh.
I'm never there that long enough to take clothes off.
Yeah.
I imagine Ben's the same. Me and Ben
Oh, no.
are like in and out guys. Ben, right or wrong? Right,
No.
you can tell.
Listen here.
That guy's in there for 45 seconds, in and out, doesn't wipe. Andy McNabb cuts it off, out. Survivalist. Docking leaves, out. You, look at that base.
What are you trying to say? Can't afford toilet roll?
No, I'm saying
Very
he likes
disrespectful.
he likes to feel the wild. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
He
but
knows
on
what
the
I mean.
toilet.
Oh, yeah.
Man, nice Sonic socks. Nerd. Ben's just wearing Sonic socks. Tell me, did your child buy you that?
Mother-in-law.
Oh, no. That's even worse. Is she a wee simpleton or something there?
Yeah.
No?
Ew.
Portadown, so
She's got what?
she's from Portadown.
Oh, from Portadown? I thought you said she had. Oh, well. But yeah, they're nice. At least they're bright. What sort of socks do you want? I'll pop it. You alright there, mate? This guy, like, he just can't. I mean, what's wrong? Oh, well. Okay.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Oh.
Oh,
So, yeah.
it's all right.
Oh, well. You okay?
Yeah, I'm all good. I thought I was gonna be sick. Oh,
I'm glad. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Oh, I feel good now. What were you saying?
I can't remember. I got distracted by this week. Have you seen the new Sonic movie, mate?
No.
No, Jim Carrey's in it. He's good.
So I heard about
Yeah.
that film. What they did was they filmed it, and then they released either a trailer
Yeah.
or footage from it.
Yeah.
And then everybody was like, to the director, they were like, "Hey mate, why the fuck have you drawn Sonic like this? He looks
Yeah.
shit."
Yeah.
And then the guy who made it went, "That's all right. We'll redesign it." They
Yeah.
redesigned it and popped it out. Now, do you think he's right for going, the people don't like it like this, I'm going to put in the work to redesign it? Or do you think he should have said, "Fuck y'all," and put it out the way he wanted?
I mean, the way he delivered that was if it was Ice Cube that
Fuck you. That's
that's
who drew it.
Fuck y'all. Yeah, that'd be. You know what? Ben, let me just get my phone out here and get a couple of photos of the before and after Sonic. Because, I mean, can you pop these up on the screen? Don't put your socks on because I'm so embarrassed for you. But, the Sonic movie, before and after.
I think I used to have quite a lot of Sonic gear.
Like, E's and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I've just realised something. Holly just rubbed her dirty face on my t-shirt before he came out. For
Oh,
his
you were in a
t-shirt.
black
It's
t-shirt
dirty.
for a change?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh man, you hardly want to talk. You look
you know
like
what's easy?
You look like you do the washing in a prison. That's the way you're dressed.
Do you know what the good thing
You've
is?
access to different colours, but you still look like you work in a prison.
Do you know what the good thing about you
What?
wearing that jacket all the time
What?
is on this podcast?
What? I don't wear it all
It
the
means
time.
that ever if we need to make like, you know, some sort of hypercut of you from all different episodes, we've got it
Yeah,
there.
but my hair keeps falling out, baby.
I know,
So,
but still
yeah,
in the
So
front.
each time, what does it look like?
You're
tapping
thickening
me?
up the front. You're definitely
Oh,
thickening
no.
up the
What does
front.
it look like? I have John Aloysius Pichia or something? No.
See the first, nice reference. See
Yeah.
the first inch, 3/4 of an inch of your hair?
Yeah.
It's fucking perfection.
Yeah, it's the same thing about my cock.
Gets crumbly towards the base.
Yeah. I mean, I often say to guys, guys, in many respects, what do you compare your penis to?
The Irishman, the film,
Why is that?
it's very long.
With 3 men in it.
And it often has all the Italian American guys in it.
Nice,
Yeah.
and it doesn't move the way it should for the age of it.
And I'll tell you what,
Uh-huh.
thankfully, there's no twist.
Nice, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. I'd say my penis in many respects is like a sausage roll. It's nicer whenever, it's just fresh out of the oven, but if it's sitting all day on the counter, and you come in after a tired day at work, you know, it still fills a hole. At the end of the day, it might not taste as good as it did at the start of the day, but by the end, it still fills a hole. Still gives you nutrition you need. Yeah, a bit flaky, but we'll cope with that.
I just, because you said your dick's like sausage roll, I just picture like the biggest, most inflated, thick foreskin of all time, and then just a wee pee inside.
Can I just say, you know what's really funny?
No.
I fucking shit the first Sonic.
The first
This
what?
guy, the
first Sonic, yeah.
This is the way Sonic looks, right? Ben, you can put this up in the video podcast. That's the way Sonic looks now, right? So this is what they redesigned it, but before.
What it looks like is the Sonic on the left, the one you're showing now,
Yeah.
looks like me when I got, like, remember I was in hospital with Crohn's the first time, and then on the right's like kind of me now.
No, but I kind of like the first one because it doesn't look like a hedgehog. It looks like a stoat.
Yeah.
It's-
Well, that's what they diagnosed me with as well as Crohn's.
You're a stoat.
Being a wee stoat.
A stoat, Sonic the stoat. I mean, his eyes are just too small the first time. You know, that's basically it.
The one on the left's like, if we were in charge of making Sonic at Boytown, I would go, guys, I can save us 700 grand.
Yeah.
I'll draw it. And then you should be like, oh, for fuck's sake.
And then you do it, you'd be like, you know what, it's not terrible,
Yeah.
but also, what the fuck's have you done to Sonic? I'm just saying this in the group now in case you guys think I'm being antisocial.
So,
There you go.
Papa Bear did a lot of DIY yesterday. Do you know what? I've got to say, honestly, I was
Yeah.
a wee bit aroused, a wee bit hard by your DIY. Because I arrived, because what you did was, you played possum.
Yeah.
You told me you were coming down to the office, then you didn't. Then you knew Mummy was going to start giving you a little bit of sass.
Yeah.
But I to be fair, you got to admit, when you didn't, see, do me a favour, see that black coffee,
Yeah.
throw more of it on the carpet, will you?
I mean, listen, I paint.
Yeah, but you don't paint the carpet.
Listen, I paint. Have you ever seen a workman's radio?
No.
It's covered in paint.
Well, I've seen your laptop, it's similar.
Yeah, but it doesn't open anymore. It's just a square of metal. But no,
No.
I like to throw things in the ground to share from dead homies.
Yeah, you said that you were going to paint the office on Saturday. You didn't, and to be fair, I didn't give you any stick for it. I just said no problem. And then on Sunday, you're like, yeah, I'll be there at some point, and it was getting on in the afternoon. I had to come here to record an edition.
I knew a wee bit. You were trying to not be sly, but you're also like me and Michael, who is our other guy than here, other than Ben. He's the third guy that rents space.
I'm sure he'll enjoy being described as the other guy other than Ben.
Yeah,
I think he puts that on his website under
Yeah,
his name.
but I mean,
by the way, that guy over there is fucking buzzing.
Yeah.
All right, he's loving that banter, that in-house camera guy banter.
Yeah, but he did a lot of work in here with you to move us in, whilst I was working
Yes.
on my full-time job.
Yes.
What's it you call my fucking side hustle? I was on that shit. I was on my grind, bitch. And you did this, and I kind of did sweet fuck all. Then I came here to do the podcast and was like, why is it no soundproofing? It's very cold. What are you doing with this wall? What are you going to do? Slide in? No. And then you were just like, what a dickhead. And I could feel you wanting to be sly, but then you know.
Ben, would you say that last week was the most tense atmosphere you've ever felt for that like 10 minutes? Yeah, it was definitely awful.
Yeah, because
it was definitely awful, but
you know what? I felt last week, I just want to clear the air here because there's a lot of that going to have to happen in this podcast today. A lot of clearing of the air, a lot of
get a
slates
humidifier in?
being wiped clean. Humidifiers don't clear the air. Humidifiers
Well-
ruin the air. Dehumidifiers clear air.
Well,
you
I
fucking
need-
nonce.
well then I need to take something back to Amazon, let me tell you.
Yeah, you just live in this house. You're like, why is it a steam room in here? I don't know. I bought this humidifier. It would be very you to do that. But yeah, I just thought, because in my head, right, you again being you hadn't, like, you're a kind of guy who, if you were an artist, you'd be like, this is what I'm going to paint. Like
I'd be commissioned, I'd be
you'd be
commissioned.
commissioned, and then you'd be like, done, and the guys would be like, you've only done an outline of one thing, and you'd be like, yes, you know why, my friend? And then they would go, why? And they go, because I never give the full picture.
Yes.
You know, there's always a bit. So whenever I came in, I was like, right, this is a new studio. It's going to be Boytown up. It's going to be grand. We're going to have this wall paint. Also going to be sweet. And I got here and you're like, right, what we're going to do is just going to have a wee slide thing that goes behind us, and then we're going to sit there, and then we're going to have all this other shit over here. And I was like, all right, that's kind of not what I agreed to pay a third for.
Yep.
You know, and I didn't actually know it was
Yep.
split in three ways until Michael, the other guy who comes here sometimes, he told me. I was like, oh, it's sweet though, I'm coming in the office with you. And I was like, that is, but I didn't know about that. So, that was all it was, because I sort of thought it was just going to we were going to make this a super bespoke podcast studio with shag piles and lava lamps, and are we still getting the dog?
Yes, we're getting
And a wee dog. And then just when I heard it was going to be something different, I was like, that. Because in my mind, what did we talk about last week in the podcast? Make Boytown great again. MBTGA, right? That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to move from the last office where I ate human shit, quite literally, to a new, better, and I want to move onwards and upwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're like, what did you say we were like the other day? We're like Apollo 11, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We just go up, keep going up in the sky until there's nowhere to go
Then
again,
blow up.
then disintegrate.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we just need to keep that rise going.
Yeah. And how do you feel now, man? You feel good?
Feel good now. I still feel like there's a little bit of improvement to do. We need to block out the sound of those windows, and we need to get. We need to get a big picture of Pam Anderson with her Diddies out in the wall, and then we're cooking with gas, like. I feel. What do you think, man?
Yeah.
Fucking International Women's Day. Where the bitches at? Give us a holler, girls, if you listen to the podcast. I know. Remember last year when it was International Women's Day, you were like, we're all for women, all open, and then you realised in the middle of that we're called Boytown.
Our podcast is called Boytown, and we had a giant Boytown sign behind us.
But
can I ask the listeners, do you like this? Do you like what you're seeing on camera?
Yeah.
Do you like the backdrop? Because we also have commissioned a local artist to make us a piece as an option.
Yeah.
But
you know what Ben said before you got here? What? No, you know what? I'll say something. Ben went, he doesn't fucking like that because there's a glare off it. True?
Yeah.
Just be honest, this is a thing. You can't be a little Sasquatch in the car, and then when you come out of the igloo, you can't be all, oh, it's too cold. Nah, fuck it, own it. You said that's too much of a glare. You don't like it. It looks tacky, it looks cheap, albeit I spent whatever, 50 quid or something on it myself out of my own pocket. And but again, we've moved space. We need to evolve. We need to adapt. We can't just always be a slug that lives in a pond. We have to eventually become humans.
I've always said that.
We can't continue to be a slug in a pond. So we're looking to change things up. We're going to maybe put some things in the background, maybe throw a couple of Diddies on the wall, something to just.
Why do you keep saying Diddy? I mean, I don't think it'd be very welcoming for people if you just always have, as you call them, Diddies up. Like, it's not going to be.
So we're not welcoming because what's wrong with women?
This guy, you've got me.
Oh no,
you got a point.
Listen, what women love nowadays? Diddies on the wall.
I heard.
Diddies on the wall.
That sounds like an old Irish folk song.
We're magic. The Diddies on the wall. The Diddies on the wall. It says, ooh, down with brass. Said, ooh, down with brass. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Woo. Man, what'd you put in this coffee?
Hey, man.
Whoa.
Also, the way sometimes I'll buy something and you'll be like, that. You know the way I sometimes just do something and you're like, what is the logic behind this?
Yeah.
When I told another Diddy guy friend of ours, Aaron Butler, who was here also on Sunday, about...
He'll be hurt by that because he's hosted the podcast.
Yeah.
And you're just calling him just a video guy.
Absolutely
He's the video guy, Fosty's the other guy, and Butler's, I don't quite know.
That's why I said.
Guy.
That's why I said another video guy, because we know video guys, right? So in terms of being a video guy, he looked at the soundproofing and was like, "Oh, you should get like loads more of that." And I said, "I think it'll be alright." I went, "By the way, is this all ours? Is this all of it?"
There's some more in there, yeah,
but not that much.
No.
I said, "Oh, like no." I went, "This cost Dave like 200 quid or something," and he went, "Oh, that's not right." And I went, "Yeah, no, but it's really dear." He's like, "No, you could probably do this whole room for like 50 quid."
Nice liar. That stuff. I bought 4 packets of it.
Yeah.
And each packet was, I think, 40 quid. So work out that. 4 times 4. What's that, Ben? 160 quid?
Mm.
Yeah, so he's a liar.
You said that you had something...
Oh, hold on. Where are we? Where's our office based?
Hollywood.
Yeah. Where's Butler from?
West Belfast.
Of course he can fucking get it done for 50 quid. He probably knows a guy out the fucking... He owns this caravan on the Glen Road. It's a really good place where you sell loads of real great soundproofing. Nah, man, he stroked it off someone and he's giving you criminal goods.
Right.
That's what's going on.
I feel like we do need to break the tension. We need to break the ice. You said there's something you need to confront me with on the podcast. You said that you've got, and I quote, major beef.
Yeah, I do. I've got a big fucking sirloin for you, mister.
Well, I'm on the carnivore, so serve it up.
Who's he? But no, you did something right. Let's just point this out. What you did was grand. You know,
Do you know how I looked really guilty there?
Yeah.
I thought there was pockets in this jumper, but there isn't.
you know what you did, and it's fine. I thought what you did was
What I do?
Hold on, Playboy. Why
What
is
I
it-
do?
What is? You've got hair in your nose, Mister.
No.
Oh no.
What I
Oh,
do?
you do. Oh no.
Yeah,
You're-
what I do.
You're turning into an old man soon. It's terrible. It's like your descent into old age is like the Wall Street crash. All's grand one day, next day, boom, it's fucked. You know, guys are jumping out of buildings and shit. They don't know what's going on.
Hurry up! I have to be in the fold for a day.
Right, okay. So you put a post up, which, to be fair, on your Instagram, it was a funny post. You know, I knew what you were at. It was good. Do you want to describe the post to people, what it was about, on the base behind it, or?
Yes, and
Whatever.
I should provide context and say this was retaliation.
Nope.
For
Nope.
the week
Nope.
before.
This is what an abuser would do. He apportions the blame to somebody who, rather than just go, hey, I did something for a joke, and turns out some people, shocker, can't take a joke. You're like, I only did it in retaliation. No, because you know like 100 people saw that, and it was a tweet back from years gone by, and people
Correct.
know it. So it's fine.
So the week before that, Dave abusing his powers as 1/3 of the admin of the Boytown Instagram account. So not even doing it his personal account, doing it on the Boytown account.
Yeah.
Put up a picture of me holding a football and put the DUP logo on it
Now,
and said 1, 2,
here's where we
3,
stop.
dot, 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 making me seem like a DUP supporter.
Here's where the issue is with that.
Why are you fucking a
Okay.
Metallica show?
No, because that's too sweet. That's Metallica.
Right.
Because this goes ball. That was not me that made that picture. That was the third video boy.
Right.
You
Well,
did
then he's
that.
fully justified in me calling him
No,
the other video.
hold on. We all know the tweet back is a little like new listeners to the podcast. First off, why? Why have you done this to
Yeah,
yourself?
it's weird.
Old listeners who whenever
Like my mate.
yeah, he was that. Yeah, we showed very good shade. Like we did a segment called Tweetback where a lot of Photoshop was done, a lot of pictures were made done. It was as if we were saying these weird tweets, and it just so happened that this one time you did a gig for the EP and they gave you a football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just popped it up. It just said 1, 2, 3, and that was
Anyway, it came out of nowhere. It was unprovoked. So I thought, you know what? Maybe in a couple of days or in a while, I'll fire something up
He didn't
for
think
Big
this.
Davey.
No, listen here, son.
So
You told me you were going to do a sketch about coronavirus, but your exact words to me were, "It was a quicker win to put a weird picture of me up and do a mug off joke." Now, the said joke was very clearly a joke.
yeah, I said I put up a picture of Dave. The key thing about it is I put up a picture that wasn't like a professionally taken picture. Like he has a lot of comedy headshots, pictures from gigs, but I put up
Yeah.
one from just your Facebook from years and years and
but like,
years ago.
how like and you have long
It's
fingers.
such a Sunday World
you have
picture.
long fingers. How long was that big finger you were scrolling through your?
Well,
MacBook
the
to
normal
find my
person 3
picture?
hours, me 0.4 seconds.
Don't. That'll do it.
That's my laptop making that sound. But yeah, I find the picture. I go, yes, that looks like when someone's exposed for anything in the Sunday
Yeah.
world. That would be the picture they
Uh-huh.
go to. You're a bit red. You're clearly out. Your cheeks are a wee bit redder. I put it up, and I said, "Folks." Now it's always funny when you start a post with "folks," because
That's how the Spanish singers start a song when they say "fuck's sake." Anyway, sorry.
so I put the picture up. I say, "Folks,
Yeah.
be vigilant. This dirty bastard is going about selling fake hand sanitizer. It's actually pond water. I mean, pond water, glue, and some of his own ... body liquid. Keep an eye out, and if you see him, make sure you point at him and just keep calling him a dirty bastard." Now,
Yeah.
that's clearly a comedy post because, number one, I tagged him in it, and his username is Dave Elliott Comedy.
And what's your username?
Shane Todd Comedy. Number two, it's clearly a joke because what even is fake hand sanitizer?
But then the thing that you obviously live in your little bubble didn't account for was like we're going through a full scale epidemic across the world at the
I
minute.
wouldn't know, but
You
the
know?
other the other thing you know as a joke is, first of all, pond water, right? Why would he
Yeah.
not? If he is selling fake hand sanitizer,
Fucking ocean, man.
yeah.
I live beside the sea.
Ocean water and tap water is
Yeah.
easier to come across than pond water.
Yeah, but
and
clearly not
thirdly,
as easy to come into as pond water. Same
his
thing.
own ... body liquid. Now, what disappointed me is a lot of people thought it was real, thought that meant your own piss.
Yeah.
I was no talking about piss.
You were talking about?
Semen.
Correct.
David Semen.
Yeah.
So I put the post up. I'm expecting like, that's a 400 liker, I'm thinking in my
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
Because you're tagged in it.
Yeah.
Then I noticed the likes pouring in and I go, yes, people recognise the joke, they get it. I see a couple of comments going, is this serious? And of course I'm straight on under it, reply, yes.
Yeah.
Just yes.
Yeah.
Right? But why? So only people that follow me are seeing it, so they know that I do comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they think if I knew somebody was selling counterfeit hand sanitizer, why would they be like, oh, Shane really has her back here? Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't post anything like that. I only post silly and really sexy pictures of myself.
But why is that a thing? Like, why is that a thing? Like, why do people think that there's for a start somebody, let alone me, like, you know, I don't need to resort to sell fake hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
You know, I sometimes just park my car in private places to get clamp, just to pay to get the
Yes.
clamp removed.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes if I go to buy a coffee, I'll pour the coffee up, I'll give a tenner to the person at the till, and I'll just throw my coffee on it. I just don't care.
Yeah.
Money is something. Money doesn't matter to me. You know, life's life. Money comes, money goes. I don't need to be selling. If I was going to sell fake hands, I would just sell cum.
I've seen you buy brand new cars before
Yeah.
just to store flumps in it.
Exactly. And I mean, are they my flumps? Yes.
Yes, you can do what you want.
Yeah.
So tell me it from your perspective.
So, right, this
By the
post
way-
goes up.
yeah.
Right, I see it.
What's the timeline here?
I see the post and I go,
What's your honest reaction? You go,
more
funny.
attractions. That's quite funny, yeah. Again, at the be if we're going looking at it from a comedy point of view, I did stall in pond water and go, fucking pond water.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It
Weird,
just added a
weird.
wee bit of something
So that was fine.
because it's specific.
And
You know?
obviously, when you're tagging a post, you see all the comments under it and stuff being tagged. So mentioned you in a comment. Then I do, you know, you have a look at Facebook or Instagram, you peruse it, close it off, mind your own business. Then you go and look at your phone again, and I'm talking 60 plus messages. I'm like, what? And you know what? You know, if you go in with someone who doesn't follow you or you don't follow whatever that is,
It's like an other folder.
it's like just says requests.
yeah.
It's like you have like 63 requests. I open them. First one, dirty bastard. And I was like, all right, weird.
People just straight
Yeah.
in.
But then I look at the profile photo and it's like an 8-year-old lad in a Ranger shirt. I was like,
What if my little birds?
but I was like, for a start, you shouldn't be using those kind of words at your age. Also, bastard has an A at the end, not an E. So then the more of these coming,
He was Spanish.
and then people
Dirty
start,
bastard.
people start like, and then more another dirty bastard, a few more dirty bastards. You're a filthy cunt, pedo, you know, more and more stuff. And then people like the weirdest thing was girls, like little girls. Like I am a father of a little girl. Like I have a 2-year-old daughter, right? And there's a girl who must have been about 10, right? Must have been 10, and that's pushing it, maybe 9. Has messaged me. Why she even got her own phone, an Instagram account? Messages me and going, why would you do that? Question mark. XXX. And that made me feel weirder than any of the dirty bastard things. You know, I was like, why are you putting kisses? And like, it was just really weird. Then there's this one girl, right? Because what after a while, I was just deleting these, being like, get rid of them. But it's like, you know, if you're on your old home laptop or your old home computer, when you would have gone on Napster and you would have like gone before the morning happened, you'd go on, you'd be like, Kelly Brook topless photo. You'd hit download on it. You go to, cause you need Diddies for the wall. You go to school. You're all day in school. You're like, oh wow, can't wait to get home to see this photo. And then it downloads, but you forget that you've got a torrent of other sites and shit. So all these pop-ups just being like Diddies, Diddies, right? Don't edit that. And it's like, it's just everywhere. That was what my messages were like, everywhere. So I was just deleting them, right? And then a time came, I was like, you know what? I'm being online bullied by kids.
This was a couple. So was this the same night or this?
No,
did it go on for a couple of
overnight.
days?
A lot of messages. Keep deleting them, but then they just keep coming back. And then I was like, right, okay. And I got to the point where I was like, what the fuck is happening here?
I mean, it's different if I was like, this guy is, Predator Catchers Northern Ireland, look out for this guy. Why are the youth of Northern Ireland going, fucking, that's not real hand sanitizer? Like, why do they not like it?
But like the plot thickens. Then people start.
You should put some in your hair.
You start looking, right? Why should I put? Oh well, obviously some rules from your hair onto your nose, mister. But people have then started like, I'm getting these comments. So when I start like going like, do these guys even follow Shane? Went on to a few of them, don't even follow you. So it's like, how are they seeing this? Then when you go on, if someone's not private, they have the wee ring around the picture, so like they've posted a story.
Yeah.
Sort of curiosity. I'm like, I want to get into the mind. Like I study criminology, right?
As long as it's just the mind.
I want to get into the mind of these little fucking bullies.
And not the
so
genes.
hit on it. Boom. First picture. Square of my mug. Shane Todd comedy. Dirty bastard. And it's like, they're sharing this to be like it's a public service announcement. This is all going out. People are like, watch out for this guy. It's like, back in the days whenever the gangs in New York and all would have been like, there's a big fat guy going around there, you gotta tell hey Domino, check it out, it's him. And then it passes word and it just threw all the spies, all the birds. Everyone finds out. Then I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna start sharing this. And then it just so happened that the very next message I got was from a guy going, dirty badger. And then he comes back in again and goes, star bastard. And I like that, right? So then I start sharing these stories.
In case you thought I was calling you a fucking badger, mate.
One of them, in fact, I need to find the exact one of this girl. Had this little girl who, again, must be about 10 or 11. I tell you what, for 10 or 11-year-olds, some fucking mouth on her, her parents need to.
It's not what I thought. Thank God. I thought you were nice.
What like?
Never mind. Don't give out any usernames or anything.
No, well, you know what? Did you listen to my podcast today?
Yes.
I gave out the usernames, and you know what? Cyberbully them. I don't care. They cyberbully me. Listen, what's the saying that you live your life by?
Hustle, loyalty, respect.
No player. Chat shit. Get banged. This is what happens. So I'm happy to call people out on this, but let me see where this was. Oh no, just the issue. That's just my head.
Is that you?
With a bright light on it? Yeah, it's very bald.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Can we just take two?
Yeah.
You've shown me the picture of your head from bird's eye view. I've got a couple of questions. Number one, who took it?
Me.
number two, why?
Yeah. Because I just thought it's time.
Number three,
yeah.
What did you say to yourself when you looked at the picture?
I went, oh no. I thought it's time. But what I did do, I stood right under the light. So I did, and I combed myself in a part and separated it all.
See, for the next live podcast, please can you do that?
Yeah, well, I will. So I started like putting a few posts up and then like making comments on it, right?
Yeah.
So this one girl puts this on, read at scumbag. Read at scumbag. I think she means read that, comma, scumbag. Not read at scumbag, because don't know what a scumbag website, the kids are, who knows. So I put a thing up saying, whoa, another genius in the making, right? So that's fine. Get another message. This girl going, that was me. And I wrote back to her saying, all right, well, maybe now you know it's not real. You'll stop spreading lies, basically, because
by this point,
it's...
We had a bit of a chat, and you were like, listen...
Oh, I'll tell that story after.
Okay.
How it goes super viral. So I wrote back saying, please stop spreading the truth. She replies, like, this is about 11-year-old. Be like, I don't care, you look like a fucking scumbag. And I was like, all right. So at that point, I'm like, as much as I wanna, slabber at her, I just go, better off.
Robbie Savage,
just blocked. I can't be getting into spats online.
You got totally roasted.
I did. I got roasted. I did. There's no you know what? To be fair, in that photo, I do look like a fucking scumbag. You know what? I do. But that was bad. So then I was all grand.
She mugged you so hard.
You posted something up. In fact, no, you still had the post up at this point.
Yeah.
You've done a video saying it's all fake. Yeah. Whatever. But still people.
Because the good thing as well is, like, you knew that I didn't think one person was going to think it was real. It was as absurd as I could make it.
How dumb are people? Genuinely. But anyway, right?
That's fine.
So a mate of mine messages me going, I was just round at my girlfriend's brother's house, and his stepdaughter was basically like, have you seen, there's this guy apparently going about Bangor selling hand sanitizer that he's pissed in. And then they're like, oh, what, really? This is terrible. And then they proceeded to show him the photo, and he was like, I did a double take. I was like, and it was you. And he goes, what's the deal with this? And I said, I don't know. And he goes, this has been sent around the WhatsApp groups of the kids at Bangor Academy. So like,
also he's asking like,
Yeah.
mate, be honest.
but to be fair, right, I replied to him and I was like, can you tell them that this can you tell this your niece or whatever that this is a joke? And you know what he wrote back? He goes, nah, I'm not fucking associating myself with a guy who pisses in hand sanitizer. Fuck off. I'm not being associated with that shit. So at that point I went, right, fair enough if people are being tagged on Instagram sharing stories, but you know, once you get in WhatsApp groups, things start
Oh wow.
getting far. So you had to then delete
Well, you
the
and
post.
you and I spoke, and I was like, I've pointed out it is a joke, but there was still people messaging you. So I was like,
Yeah.
all right, look, let's just get rid of this. And it saddened me to do, but I think it was the right thing to do to take it down.
Yeah. So all I want now
Mhm.
on the podcast is an apology.
Okay. Dave.
Mhm.
I'm sorry
Thank you.
that you feel the need to do spunkies and hand sanitizer and sell in Bangor. I'm sorry, man. No, I look.
Yeah, you made a boo boo.
I'm sorry that you got
Yeah.
roasted by kids.
Yeah, and no, it's not even.
I'm not sorry for doing it. I don't apologise because
Mm.
it came from a moment of comedy.
Yeah. Well, what is it about your comedy that attracts so many 9 and 10-year-olds? What do you do that there's so many of these kids? Why have you?
The
Why,
weird thing
why are
is-
you like faking? Why do you have a child army that fights your battles for you? What is going on here? You're like fucking Joseph Coney. That's what you're like. you're remember that guy Coney, whatever it was, like 2010 or something. You're like the 2020 Joseph Coney.
Toddy 2020.
Someone, please, the Photoshop guys, gather and make a Toddy 2020 picture, please.
So the funny thing is,
Oh,
so many kids roasted you, right? And you're like, yeah, what about my comedy attracts 9 and 10-year-olds?
Uh-huh.
Nothing. That's what I'm raging at.
Yeah.
They jumped on it when I exposed someone selling fake hand
Yeah.
sanitizer. When I put a video out, they're nowhere to be seen.
yeah.
So they don't like my comedy, but they like it when I'm like the local Vice.
So hold
I'm like
on.
Vice
so,
News.
So this is even weirder. This is where it takes a very strange twist. Is that these kids aren't.
Dove have approached you.
They're not on. I can't do that on that mass scale. See if you'd have got me when I was 20. I mean, we're talking gallons.
Nowadays you wouldn't
But
get a
now-
travel size one.
You wouldn't even, no, it's like, you know, whenever you have the empty hair sharp gel bottle and you're just trying to squeeze it, and you have to hit it and hit it and hit it. It's not coming out. You just twist it. You're squeezing it, and you're going, just fucking come out, and then you'd cry. And you'll have dirty hair. That's what it's like.
Please, guys. I don't really ask anything of the Boytown listeners, right? Just that you listen and watch the podcast and you enjoy it. But can somebody isolate the clip? Ben, can you please make this a priority? Of Dave from after he says the word shampoo, from when he's just twisting with both hands and shouting, come out, and slapping his hand and doing all that. Can you please isolate that as a video and just put it to some weird music?
But
so
hold on. So these kids, right? You know, you want you to call me
what?
fucking cracker after Robbie Coltrane because I look like him, right? I did some detective work in my brain just there. It's a pretty dark place. So these kids, aren't on your page
Yeah.
for comedy.
Yeah.
These kids are on your page for news.
Yeah.
What sort of mentally deficient person do you have to be to get hard-hitting factual news off Shane Talk comedy? Like, this is the guy, and we keep saying it, the man who licks meat. You know, it's like the man that stared at goats. That film, it's weird. You're the man that licks meat, and people are taking going, fuck's sake, there's a guy there. He's pissing them. Like, that's the thing. They're so young they don't even know what cum is. So they're just assuming it's piss. These kids are so young that don't know what cum is.
And when in science,
Oh.
they're like, and then the man puts his a liquid into the woman. They're all like, "Hey, he pisses in it."
I
You
know.
know, that's
But you know what? See, I mean, I got, like, people will get offended by some things I say. Sometimes people get offended. You know what? Sometimes kids are fucking dense. And it's the job of parents to try and like learn their children to not be completely.
And it's also the job of adults to talk, right? You're trying to make a point about education. It's up to parents to learn their kids.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
To teach their kids.
You fucking idiot. You're trying to make a point.
Yeah.
About learning. And you came across as the stupidest guy.
Yeah.
You know that.
Because I was thinking of the phrase that'll learn them, wasn't I? So to teach their kids.
I think you're gonna hit me.
I mean,
I can't. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
why are you laughing as well? Two fucking bully guys. What is it? What is it when I'm in a room with you and a producer? I get fucking bullied.
See, the second you said it, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna laugh or make a big deal, but in my periphery, I saw his head going like this, like a thunderbird. Oh man, let's just take 1 minute to reflect, to enjoy, and to love.
Listen, what my point was is, see if you have children, beat the fuck out of them, beat them, teach them lessons, teach them respect. You know, my child is going to be a servant.
Oh, and that's okay. Civil servant.
No, just a servant
Right.
to justice,
Is it weird
manners,
that
and politeness.
civil servants are called that? Is that weird?
You know,
They're
because
civil servants.
they're
like-
serving civilization. But did you ever watch the show The Naked Civil Servant
No.
with Quentin Crisp? He's a pretty cum guy.
Yeah. Well, with a name like Quentin Crisp, you're not going to be a bouncer. Do you know what I mean?
True.
Oh, my, I'm Quentin Crisp.
What do you reckon is the voice? If you were to do a voice of how you imagine Quentin Crisp talk, what would it be?
Quentin Crisp.
Yeah.
So ask me who I am.
Who are you?
My name's Quentin Crisp.
Yeah, I think that's probably fairly accurate.
Like he rolls his R's, definitely.
Roll Quentin Crisp.
Quentin Crisp.
What's the breath?
What is the song that has a rolled R in it? There's a
Road
song.
rage. You give me road rage.
You give me road rage.
Yeah, that's it. I think so.
I know, give it away now by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Give it away now.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Yeah, I wanted to reenact that video just for fun.
No, that's not that one.
No, Under the Bridge as well, where I just
Under the
run,
Bridge.
but also Give It Away now, just where you just all painted all gold and all naked now.
I would like that.
Yeah, except what I would do would be change the band from men, because it's Women's Week, to women, and just be all painted gold with Diddies and all.
So, to summarise, next live Boytown podcast, which we'll get a date soon for, we'll throw on
Get a
night.
date?
We'll get
Diddies.
a date. We'll get a date soon for. No, I done it too. We'll get a date soon for malfunction. We'll get a date for that soon,
Fuck your
and
ears.
and you can learn all about the night. But where can we close the night? Can we headline it with you fighting 50 schoolgirls,
Yeah, I'm
Royal Rumble style?
Yeah.
I would honestly like if I ever heard you'd gotten beat up, I
Uh-huh.
would fucking hate it. I'd be like, no. I'd fall to my knees and it'd be raining even if I was inside. No, I will avenge him. Right? Anytime that happened. But I would still do that if I heard you got beat up by schoolgirls. But a wee part of me would be giggling, so I'd be like, no, I'll avenge him. But I wouldn't like, as long as you weren't seriously hurt, like a wee bit of it, because that'd be the most bitch thing ever.
You know what I picture in my head for some reason in the sequence of like if it's being filmed, me being beaten up, it'd be Take Me to the Clouds Above would be the song playing over while all these like 12, 11-year-olds kick the fuck out of me. But you know what? I would smack a few of them back, you know what? But you know what?
Do you know what I thought recently?
No, man. It's groundbreaking.
I would love to have my strength now and go back to like P7 and like just go up and pick fights in the playground and just beat the shit out of
Okay,
guys.
so what you're saying is you would just love for an adult to go and kick the fuck out of kids in school?
No, I would be me as a kid, but I would have my strength now and I would just go up to lads in the playground and mill them, plus I'd play for all the rugby teams and just be absolutely smashing people.
Yeah, but that's basically saying just if you were an adult in a team full of kids, you'd smash them. Duh.
Yeah, how many years are you allowed to repeat in school?
As many as you want.
That would be class. Imagine you just kept failing upper sixth and you were 34.
That'd be pretty sexy, like, wouldn't it?
That would be great, wouldn't it? Because you still get to go on all school trips and all, but you're just like legitimately a dad with kids at home.
No. You wouldn't want kids, like.
Ah, yeah, fair.
Because then you'd be cramping your style, and then they
Yeah.
would grow up, and then they come into school, and they'd overlap you, and you'd be so scundered.
Do you find like mature students weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
There was a guy who was in uni with at the same time as me, and he was doing physio with a couple of my friends who were doing physio, and he was like 40, and it was just really creepy. I was like, why would you be hanging around with 20-year-olds? You know, it just doesn't seem right.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can go to some daytime social
Yeah.
functions with classmates, but if you're out at night, like,
Yeah.
that's a bad look. Like,
And he looked like as well former Arsenal goalkeeper Jens Lehmann. It's just a weird look to
I get it.
have.
Remember
Or-
during a match, you needed to take a piss, and he just knelt down behind an advertising
Yeah.
board? I see that technique of like kneeling down, taking a piss.
Yeah.
So many guys I play football with, if they need a piss, to go to the side of the pitch, and they go down on one knee
Yeah.
and cover using the other knee.
Uh-huh.
They do a wee out the side. Like, it's a
Yeah.
really weird technique, but I don't
You know what I would enjoy? What you probably do is go to the side of the pitch, pull your trousers and pants right down, and get on your knees and just be like, "What are you doing?"
That's true, I do.
Yeah.
And sometimes nothing's coming out.
Yeah.
Just down there.
Because that's what you'd have. You'd be like, "Oh, guys pissing their knees," and you wouldn't quite get it the way it is. But
So see where our pitch is, there's like a public path that goes past, but
Yeah.
nobody's ever on it. And
I bet sometimes
we're
there
playing
are
a
guys
pre-season game. I'm doing a piss before the match. This guy walks past, and I don't see him until like it's too late, and he's staring at me. He goes, "Who you playing today?" And I just cock out. I'm like, just tell him. And then
Yeah.
that was it.
And then did he walk past the bush, and when he carried on, he had no bottoms on.
Yeah, you join me,
Just cock out lane.
man. Can I just say,
Mm-hmm.
you telling that story?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever laughed as hard on Boytown at anything in 164 episodes. So I thank you for that. Ben, what are we
Yeah.
at for time?
Which is about 50.
Oh, you better
50.
recognise player.
Let's get on the listeners' questions right about now.
Oh, yeah.
While you get the questions, let me plug the Patreon. Patreon, Boytown Podcast. You get on there from next week. So I go to America this week. I get back next week, and there's gonna be Patreon content coming at you. But it's gonna be like a wayward father. Might not be there to pick you up every day from school, but some days it's gonna be there.
Yeah. Some days when you least expect it or want it, it'll be there.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Alright, you're just on Instagram.
Yeah, because I mean, you know who two of my favourite
Who's
guys are? Just Chris Jericho on a flight with Dave Bautista. I like that. In many respects, we're kind of like those two. You know?
I'm Batista.
No, you're not. You're Bautista.
Batista?
Yeah. Batista's a great review for you. Right, man, do you want to get Twitter up?
Yep, I will do.
And by the way,
Reno.
a lot of people are... No, we were joking earlier about it being International Women's Day, but seriously, we do want the bitches to get in touch with the podcast more.
I feel like you're
Ask
going to maybe
more.
need to not
What?
do that.
What?
It's just really bold.
What do you mean?
Well, some people find that term disrespectful.
Alright, okay. So just, I don't know, for the bitches to get in touch. Is that not on board?
As long as you mean guys too, do you mean just people that are
Oh, no,
bitches?
I meant the fanny and stuff. No?
Just feel like people aren't going to enjoy it. I apologise on behalf
Sorry.
of the-
I'm only joking. Everybody knows I love women and Diddies. But seriously, we just want everyone, men, women, children, transmaphrodites, everybody to get involved in the podcast, ask questions, submit ideas. What do you like to see in the podcast? What do you like to see? What do you want to see more of from us? You know, I want to see, all the Huns getting on board.
And
all the-
balance it out, who else?
the Fenians as well.
I didn't know if you go for it.
Everybody, Fenians, Huns, bitches, bros, fucking, twerps. Is that a phrase?
Could be.
For, like, I don't know,
Goths?
smaller people?
Would you like more
yeah.
goth listeners?
Gothic people, deranged. Is that a word? you
Yeah,
use?
yeah,
But
yeah.
I want deranged people to get in touch. Ben, what's the give me sort of a group of people you hang around with, not to generalise.
Dads.
Dads, yeah, for
fucking
sure.
Spas, everybody just...
Dads for
what did you say?
justice.
Yeah, you want access to your kids, don't you? Support Ben, the Patreon. That's what the money goes for. Legal costs.
Look, we got a lot of questions
Yeah,
here.
we'll get through them.
Nathan Concelia says, "Hey Shane and the Pond Water Alchemist."
Tell you what a
aside,
great band.
aside from certain, ladies and gentlemen, next up we got "Hey Shane and the Pond Water Alchemist." Aside from certain recent sanitiser related events, what's the shadiest shit you found around the back streets of Belfast? Seen people legitimately just doing heroin once. Doesn't get much
Yeah.
crazier than that.
I mean, I kind of feel like in many respects, Stormont are too concerned with like face value issues, not really getting down and dirty with the sort of daily issues with drugs, and maybe rather than criminalizing people and degrading them for drug problems, you should probably look at trying to cure them and help them. So maybe
I'm waiting for you to say something about Diddies.
Nah, man. Listen. To be fair, if you want me to say something about Diddies, heroin isn't good for Diddies. It make you lose a lot of weight, and then that affects your Diddies. So, I mean, don't take
So if
heroin.
anyone was thinking about it tonight,
Yeah.
you've been warned.
So, Diddies are greater than heroin. Diddies are greater than heroin.
And if the health minister wants to use that,
Yeah, they
You
can
can.
have that slogan. It'll cost them.
have you seen it? What is shady shit you've just stumbled upon in Belfast? Like maybe like on your way home from a night out, or I don't know. I mean, I go to tech. I used to go to tech via Castle Street. Castle Street should be
Yeah.
renamed Shady Shit Street
Yeah, and
because
actually,
there
I
was
think,
shady shit
I
going
think
down.
if you went to council with that motion, you might get it passed. It'd be like, passed Shady Shit Street.
Yeah, that there was always dodgy stuff going on there.
I saw a woman doing a poo down an alleyway beside Lavery's once,
There you go.
and I watched. No, I didn't really. I was just I saw it and I left and moved on
Yeah.
out of there.
What about there used to be those urinals? I don't know if they're still there. They come out of
Urinals?
the ground. Urinals.
Or-
They come out of the ground at Shaftesbury Square.
Yeah.
I remember just seeing a guy like waiting for them to come up with his cock out.
How long was he waiting?
It was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's a funny bit. Like,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
There you go. And his
Yeah.
name was me. Phil McSee says this hand sanitizer debacle is the NBC's attempt at minimising the scrutiny aimed at a certain society. You can't turn your nose up at the truth. The old Campbellian society did coronavirus. But seriously, do you boys remember Spud You Like in Castle Court? If so, would you like to see it return? I don't remember Spud You Like. I remember...
In what, Shady Shit Street?
No, Castle Court.
Oh, Shady Shit
I remember
Court?
Spuds, the fast food restaurant. Do you remember Spud You Like?
Aye.
Oh, was it a Jack Potato place? David?
Pardon?
Podcast? Was Spud You Like a Jack Potato place in Castle Court?
I don't know, because
I
again,
think it was.
I did. All I remember is I went and bought a really bouncy ball in Castle Court.
Right, whatever.
Very
happened to it.
bouncy. It bounced away. It was
Still
too,
bouncing?
It was too bouncy.
Still
yeah.
bouncing?
But I wasn't allowed
Imagine
to
taking the ball back,
Yeah.
mate, this is fucking too bouncy.
go. And then you argued back and forward, and then he's like, well, let's see. And he bounced it and never stopped bouncing.
And he took it to the workshop and took a bit of the bounce out of it.
Yeah.
Or shit
I'm
back.
sorry, no, what had happened here. I just want to clarify why I'm a little bit hit here. I got booked for a corporate gig. Big dough.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be fair.
Whisper to me the amount.
Oh, it's not big though, but it's for 5 minutes work. I mean, let's just say it's better than 18 quid an hour.
Is the
Right.
first number this?
Yes.
Ah, okay, that's nice.
And
Yep.
then there's the second numbers that.
Ah, yeah.
And the third numbers.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It'd be weird if the third number wasn't that.
But long story short, right? Look go this message, right? So I got asked to do this corporate. There you go. So the usual thing, looking if you're free on the 30th of March. Yep. So I said, sounds good. How long are you looking? 20 minutes. Bingo. That all carries on, just back and forward. Then I get an email today being like, hey Dave, sorry I couldn't make it dinner last week. Hope everything's okay. And I was like, I wrote back saying, hey, I was told the gig was on the 30th and I had it in the diary all ready to go. I was actually, because I was asked to do an invoice for it. And
In
I thought they
advance?
wanted it in advance. So I said, yeah, no problem. And then they're like, is it happening? And he goes, oh, the date was changed to the 5th. And I was like, nobody once told me the date was changed. Also, why didn't they ring me or something in the night?
Yeah.
Weird.
I mean,
But it
that's like a far bigger scale of like sometimes when you ever got a text and someone's like, how long do you reckon you'll be? Like,
Yeah.
I've got us a table or whatever, and you go, I'm just parking up.
No, but
and then you've got to get a flight to London. But
yeah. But I just.
but I know what you mean.
But you know what annoys me more? It's not so much the dough, because as we expressed earlier, I flitter my money away. It's the fact that the people, you know, are people are going to think I'm unprofessional and be, you know.
I had a gig cancelled this week. It wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be in a couple of weeks because of coronavirus, but it's going to be moved, which is okay.
Mm-hmm.
And but I've got a couple of things in the diary I'm looking at and going, that's probably not going to be on.
Yeah.
Like if it is like a big event, chances are it's not going to be on. Or is there some events that are just like, nah, we're still going?
Yeah, well, I've got this event coming up in a couple of months. I've heard it's not cancelled. Diddy Fest. Just to get loads.
Phil, I do vaguely remember it. Would I like to see it return? No, because I never went to it or anything.
You know what, Phil? It's a class issue there, really, isn't it?
Joe McGee says, Bundia Chicos, with more and more people stockpiling toilet paper.
Sorry. Guys, I just need to say this.
Oh, no.
We're old. Just ask us a question. Don't call us like jizz lords and cum merchants.
No. Keep doing
Totems.
See if people didn't say things like that, it'd be boring.
You know what?
You would miss the day. If people weren't saying Bundia Chicos, you would miss it.
Yeah, well, you know what I miss?
What?
The fact that no one told me that gig was changed.
With more and more people stockpiling toilet paper, what would Papa Bear and the NBC do with 100 rolls of toilet paper if there was any left?
I mean, did you
rolls?
or did you not, when you were a little boy, used to, for banter, dress up as a mummy?
Yeah,
As
you
in
mean
an
like
Egyptian,
lingerie? Oh, no,
yeah.
yeah, definitely. Bandages and all, yeah.
Yeah, like, did I ever tell you about this? The time I had a mate
Crazy,
around,
I didn't do that.
a mate around to my house, and for some, I don't know how I ever thought I'd get away with this, but we were bored. No, I don't fuck guys. But we were like just bored. Didn't want to play PlayStation. Played enough of that. We're like, what can we do for fun?
Major nerd.
And then we're like, do we just go and get like a basin of water and some toilet roll and just fucking
Throw it?
yeah. So we went. They got loads of rolls of toilet roll. A big
windows?
basin. No, I stood in my bedroom and opened the window as far as I could and just fucked it over the fence at my neighbour's house. And thought that because it was
But,
like,
Hey, man, you're guilty.
yeah, I know, because I thought it was like on the roof, they wouldn't see it. And like then obviously I wasn't always hitting the roof. I was hitting the window, hitting the back door, hitting outside the house, hitting the floor outside, all that kind of shit. That's fine. And I just finished. Put the water down the sink, put the pizza back, went watched some TV with mate, and then he went home and that was fine. I went in my bedroom and my mum and dad were just standing looking out my window like,
You know, at that point, you're fucked.
yeah. But then I was actually going, like, they were like, did you do this? And I was like, do what? And they're like, oh, the fact we have no bog roll, there's loads of like, you know, the wee grey innards of toilet rolls just on your floor. Like, what the why have you done this? And I was just like, a bit of fun. And they're like, you're going to have to go around and apologise for that. And I was like, fucking wise yourself up. You'll never notice. And believe it or not, he did. It looked like he lived in a snow chalet.
It looked like Finn McCool had come on his house.
Yeah, it was very bad looking back on it.
I also get the feeling that you're not the age people would expect you to be for this. Like, people expecting you to be 10 or 11. I bet you were like 14, 15 when this happened, be honest.
No, I would have been about 12 or
Right,
13.
right.
Which, when I was 12 or 13, I did look like most 24-year-olds. I had a beard, a pubes, big grey dick, and just Diddies. And yeah, they made a lot of noise. But yeah, it was awkward. I went around to apologise. But you know, whenever your parents make you apologise, but you're not legit sorry,
Yes.
you just do this face when you go to the door.
Yeah. Like when you asked me to apologise for that tweet.
But it was an Instagram post.
I tweeted it too.
You know, whenever you go to somebody and you're like you open the door and you be my neighbour because now you know what I've done. My dad's made me come and apologise to you.
What's weird is, well, that guy was 50, but you were weirdly older than him when you were 12.
And what was weird, like, I wasn't smoking, but it just had the very end of a cigarette.
Yeah.
So I went,
the butt.
do you want me to fucking clean that?
Yeah.
And he goes, don't worry. I goes, and pick up that butt too. It was weird. And then I remember walking back towards my dad. Like, you know, when Russell Crowe kills everyone in Gladiator, I was like, you're not entertained. I was like, fucking done that, happy. And then I went back and refilled the basin round two and fucking pelted him while he was cleaning it. Oh, good old days.
Last Twitter question is Mark Beggs says, good morning, Sultans of Seamen. We are the Sultans of Seamen. Dun, dun, dun. With my baby girl Aria being born last week, congrats, man. And I think that might be where she was conceived. Ayo! The Aria Hotel in Vegas. He knows what I'm talking about.
I thought you meant like, I don't know, what did it mean? Aria? Star?
Aria Hotel. If Mark's been to Vegas recently, I'm putting two and two together.
Mark Vegas?
Yep. What I want to know is if Mummy and Daddy were to have a child, feasible, what bespoke names would you choose?
together?
Yes. What bespoke names would you choose for your offspring?
I mean,
Hashtag good morning, hashtag creme fresh. I mean, they'd be two contenders.
yeah, I mean, I just want to point out that we can't physically have a child unless
Well, we have tried.
by child you mean shit with a white hat on. I mean, I like the name Gretel for a boy. I feel like Hansel and
And I feel like we merged Todd and Elliot and called Gretel Telliot.
Gretel Telliot, yeah, or Gretel Dodds. Gretel Dodds for sure is somebody that's been canvassed by DUP for a long time. Nigel's granny, Greta Dodds. All for that. On to the Instagram. Rice has asked the question.
Rice, baby.
Jack Rice, not just Rice. That'd be weird.
The shit is gone. Rice, Jack Rice.
Hopefully not too late. Coronavirus, did the Chinese government release it?
Hey man, if you're to ask all the guys in the world, we might be in the bottom 3% of people you should ask. Because I don't really know what's happening in Wuhan day to day.
No,
But
even know
I
who
don't
Wuhan
know.
is.
But what is funny is people were like, did you see there's this book and it was written in the 80s and it said all this and all and it predicted, hey, again, like his fucking hand sanitizer thing, it didn't.
Have you ever heard of there's this woman called like Baba Shango or something? And it might have been a wrestler from the 90s.
Plays for Chelsea.
But she's a sweet blind woman who's dead now. But she always predicted
Doesn't
all
have
this
much
stuff.
going for her.
But the thing about her is, right, there's like, oh, Baba Shanga predicted this. And it was like, all these things. She predicted like 3 things, but made like 50,000 predictions. She's just sitting there with her
Tomorrow
blind head.
it's gonna be sunny,
Yeah.
rain, be cloudy, be a little bit cold, but also kind of warm.
Yeah, Baba
And the
Shanga.
temperature's gonna be somewhere
But
between
what was
4
funny,
and
the
50
story
degrees.
about Baba Shanga, how she got blind, was apparently she lived in Romania. A big gust of wind picked her up in the air and dropped her in her bonds. So I don't know whether or not that gave her powers, or made her a wee bit unwell.
Feel like no disrespect to Baba Shango, but she's a spoofing bastard.
No, I think so. But she predicted that. But then again, she would be like, she was like, sometime a wall of water will destroy a coast. And then they were like, oh, tsunami, Christmas Day tsunami. She predicted it, and it's just like metal birds will crash into buildings, and boom, 9/11. And then she'd be like, at WrestleMania, Hulk Hogan's going to come in, beat Yokozuna for the title. Brother. But, yeah, nice question, Rice.
Do you know what Hulk Hogan says when he sees his brother Chris Hogan?
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
So weird. This is the weirdest question we've ever
liked
had.
it.
But it's, you're a burglar, but instead of stealing things, you do things to mildly inconvenience your victims. What's your crime?
Oh, I like that a lot.
And that's from Ali Campbell, the lead singer of UB40.
I would reverse people's kitchens. You know the way in the morning you go down half asleep, you make your breakfast kind of
Yeah.
an autopilot? I would just reverse everything.
Yeah.
So the kettle's in this side of the room, it's over there. The toaster's on this side, we're flipping it. We're flipping all the fixtures and fittings. That would fuck with people's heads.
See, whenever my old job, when I used to have to deal with antisocial behaviour,
Yeah.
I had this one guy who came in and was like, I shouldn't do an accent, but I just, shoulda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, maybe not.
But he was like, right, I want to complain about my neighbour. And I was like, okay, what
He
about
picked
them?
up the
Yeah.
accent quick.
And he goes, they are coming into my house. In my house, right? Sorry, I got a frog in my throat. And he's moving my slippers.
Here's Frog.
Pardon?
Huh?
He's moving my slippers. So he's putting my right foot where my left foot is. And my left foot where my right foot is. He dips in and out of accents. I think he was French, right? And he was just saying that this guy was just coming in and fucking stuff up, moving things across, and doing things like that. It's kind of like a lot of effort to go to just mug someone off.
You know what his name was?
What?
Poltergeist.
Paul, your guy.
Poltergeist. Who's French?
Poltergeist. He
Yeah.
sounds Dutch or Belgique.
Hey guys, I'm Poltergeist. Yeah, that's
so I do
enjoyable. I
stuff
like
like
that
that.
people would do that, just mildly fuck with people. Yeah, it's good.
You know what else I would do?
What?
Steal your toilet roll and sell it with my hand sanitizer down the Albert clock. I love that question from Ali Campbell. And now, do you ever just go out of the questions and you're too deep out on that?
No.
Orla has asked, it's good to get a question, as I said, from a lady.
Orla, it's you we're looking for.
Gross.
You can see it on the screen.
Oh, you know what she wants? To see us with our inhibitions freed. She wants to see our guards let down.
Right.
And our doors down. She says, when are we going to see the Boytown Drunk cast? Would be nice to see Mummy and Daddy having a full few beverage, especially seeing that Mummy out with her pals on a wee day trip to Galgorm recently. Hashtag balance, hashtag never mind if you do.
Right. Here's what we would need to do to make that happen. We would need to leave the studio tonight with a date for that. Very good.
Yeah.
We would leave tonight with a date for that because we've talked about this so many times. If we lock it in now, the three of us, it will happen.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to commit to a date now because as you saw with my corporate booking, not good with dates. But I definitely, I'd be happy to drink in here.
Yeah, that's what I
It's a
mean.
much better
Let's get a
space.
date tonight sorted and we'll do that.
No, let's get a date going forward to do that. But not necessarily tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, and you'll have to drive me home. And how are you getting home?
No. You are getting a taxi or something because he's
No,
having a couple of beers too.
I'll get, I'll tell you what I'll do.
What?
I'll hitchhike.
Well, that's a different episode.
Yeah.
Tales from the road. But yeah, I'd be keen for that. That'd be right. Very good. Just a bottle of gin.
Glenn Lindsay
All right, man.
has asked the question. No, gin makes you sin, and I don't want to fuck you again. Has asked, how does Shane's daddy, Jerry Adams, feel about him being a hardline DUP supporter?
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the worst tweetbacks. It was one of the first live tweet. It might have been the first live tweetbacks
It
where
was.
you made me call Jerry Adams daddy. And
Asking for beard advice.
yeah. And Dennis was not happy.
But your dad is a bit like Jerry Adams, grey and old. A
Um,
massive Republican bastard.
yes, Jerry. What was the question?
What do you think your daddy, Jerry Adams, will make of you being a hardline DUP
I
supporter?
don't think he'd be delighted, but what about when you told me about someone on a podcast and you were describing them and I spent ages guessing and it was
Yeah.
Jerry Adams?
Yeah, I listened to the podcast that Jerry Adams was on last week. Of course I did.
Was
And
it
it was-
weird? Was it like lighthearted? I mean, is that guy Sinn Féin as well?
Yeah, Paddy Holohan,
Right,
the,
so,
the
like-
MMA fighter. But he was asking questions, you know, and referencing like Paddy Pierce and all these guys. And Jerry Adams was like, I just like to eat stew.
So
I was like,
he didn't throw any curveball questions to Jerry?
No, he was like
He
very
didn't
much.
do listeners' questions?
But it was very much like, I think Paddy Holohan's knowledge was very similar to how you have knowledge in that.
Don't forget,
it's-
he's taken a few knocks to the
Yeah,
head,
I
like.
mean, there's definitely bits of knowledge. And then maybe bits like, Jerry had to do a lot of correcting of his facts. You know, and he was like, well, actually, I think I mean this. And he was like, yeah, absolutely, you know.
Well,
I was
ask me
like,
to give you like a brief sentence of anything, like a historical thing. Or
Give
whatever.
me a sentence about
Sure.
Potts in Persia.
Potts in Persia.
Yeah.
Potts in Persia was a jazz musician from Philadelphia.
Pots in Persia. Like pots that were made in Persia.
Yes,
Not
well-
pots in Persia. And pots in Persia sound like somebody who would enter Britain's Got Talent, the double act.
Yes, well, pots were made in Persia during the, I want to say the 7th century, mainly by the king at the time, Gordon. Gordon had like a large factory devoted to this, and he would make a lot of pots, and he called them pots and shit. His company was called Pots and Shit, and they would have sold pots and manure
You know what?
and mugs.
Would you like it if you were watching the telly? Say you're there, you and your wife, you're having a wee cup of tea, you're relaxing of an evening, you're watching Britain's Got Talent, and
Already, yes.
on comes the winner of season 1, Paul Potts, with his sidekick, Xerxes from 300, and they go by the name Potts in Persia.
Nation Dorma.
I mean, please, again, photoshoppers, please make a picture of Paul Potts and Xerxes from the 300 together with the writing Potts in Persia. I will share that with joy in my heart. Killian Kale said,
Hold on, what did you say?
what?
Photoshoppers, body poppers, and
Toppers?
popper droppers.
Do you know if you take, well, apparently,
Oh no, this isn't true.
apparently if you take poppers, if you take a popper and wait 10 minutes and then take another popper, it just drops out.
What drops out?
The popper.
What do you mean?
I was-
Is it not a thing you
it's
sniff?
yeah, but I was trying to insinuate that it was a tablet. And
Ah.
if you take it, your asshole, oh, you know, yeah.
Oh.
I have not taken poppers. Don't need them. Loose enough. Killian Kale
Be honest,
said,
have you ever taken poppers? Like,
no. Have you?
No, but you have.
I haven't. But
Yeah,
I tell you what,
yeah.
if we're going to have a drinking session in here,
Oh, wow.
guys, any listeners or girls, women, females, heroes, do you have poppers for the boys?
No, that's not poppers for the boys.
Listeners, do you know where to hook us up with poppers for the boys? Hey guys, Ben.
Imagine a guy just jonesing. Yeah, I need it.
What do you need?
Poppers?
Poppers for who?
Him?
Ben, you're looking a wee bit uncomfortable today. Have we said some things you're a wee bit unsure?
Hey, I know what would make him a lot more comfortable.
Poppers
You know
for
what I'm
the boys.
saying? Pop.
Poppers for the boys. You lose
Snap,
bastard,
crackle,
you lose
and
bastard.
pop.
Yeah.
Those
You're
3 dirty
arsehole.
bastards.
Killian Cahill has said, "Hi, Bob
Oh,
Buffoon,
no,
baby
evil
boy town
villain.
babes. It's the villain." My question is, you know what would be really funny? Imagine he's genuinely lifted, put in prison, a legit criminal. My
For
question this
sorcery?
week is, if you guys had to hand develop a urine-based beauty product, what would you call it and where would you apply it? I'll tell you, can I just step in here?
Yeah.
I'd be a mouthwash called Pisterine. You take it, swish it around your mouth and spit it down the toilet.
During the summer, I would have this like leg cream that's mainly urine, and then you could go into jaggies, you could swim and not worry about jellyfish stings, and you would have this protective barrier.
Nice. What would you call it? What would you call it? What would the name be?
Piss cream for your legs.
Nice. I like that a lot. Good question, Killian. And if anyone wants to send him, money or books or something to get McGabry, don't say we sent you. Your favourite guy?
Go ahead.
Matthew Vernon.
Good morning.
That said, after Dave going viral this week, what's the stupidest thing your parents have shared on Facebook?
Oh, I'm trying to. I'm pretty sure. Whisper to me. Oh yeah, when you're.
Remember your dad? Thought he sent me a private message.
Yeah, you can tell that story.
Yeah, what was it about?
My dad
again?
doesn't know how to use Facebook, and always likes things by mistake. And anyway, he just sent Dave a message. I think it said, "Big bastard."
Yeah, he was making fun of you. He goes, what's that twat done? Look, what did you make that twat do now, you big bastard?
And just wrote it publicly on his wall. Yeah.
That was pretty funny. And then he's so embarrassed about it. He was like, oh no, what have I done?
Yeah.
And my mum, when she first got Facebook, thought that Facebook was just like an email, just everything to her. And
So anytime she went to home feed,
she just thought that was sent to her,
oh,
like directly sent to her.
That's so good.
So my mum's friend had shared a post of another one of her friends at her daughter's wedding, wearing like this, I don't know, like a wedding outfit. And my mum thought that her friend had just sent her that directly. And my mum commented on this post saying she looks very fat. And just thought, and then,
Pat.
yeah, so this woman just probably feeling fucking top of the world at her daughter's wedding, mother of the bride. She's fucking dolled up to the nines. She's living her best life. And then my mum comes on going, she looks very fat. Like, that's such an insult. Not even you're a fat bitch. Or, it's just a statement.
Your mum, like
She
those
looks
kids,
very
just wrote
fat.
fat bastard
Yeah.
with an 8.
Yeah.
Are you sure she doesn't own those accounts? They were trolling you? Oh shit, that's what it is.
Think about that, my fucking mother.
Oh, that's very enjoyable. I love the fact that your mum thought the whole home feed was
just directly to her. Adam Fitz has said, "Good evening, cum lords.
One size fits all.
If you were a Bond villain, what would your evil scheme be? And more importantly, what would you go for? Eye patches and courage."
Not an eye patch. I could see myself getting. Remember that guy who tried to gold plate his balls but died?
Yeah.
I could see me like gold plating my whole body, and having just 2 eye holes but with gold contact lenses.
Nice.
And I don't do anything. I just look like that.
I would be a villain that would wear assless chaps but wear them back to front.
And what do you do?
Startle people.
You start a bomb to death. Yeah. Oh! he always falls off.
I'm the only guy to ever kill Bond. These guys trying to shoot him. Developing all this technology.
You play a spy out in the field who oversees it, and I'll play the head of Bond's wee people. I don't know what they're called, MI5.
Yeah.
Any word on Bond? We haven't heard from him for days. Hold on, let me start again. Ben, can you call action?
Action.
Where's Bond? We haven't heard from him for days.
I was in a field and he was in a balcony and he could...
And what, did he get shot?
No. What?
Stabbed?
No, startled.
Startled? By what? Tell me right now.
An ill-dressed man.
What was he wearing?
Asked the chaps back to front.
And what did Bond do?
That's what he does. He just puts his clothes on wrong and turns up the meetings and people point out what's wrong with him. Be like, oh.
Imagine Bond has always tried to look cool through, like, I don't know, 50 films or whatever.
Oh.
Imagine if that is how he died, because he would make that wee noise. You said that would be the most undignified thing. Whoa! Whoa!
Because you know why, like, each Bond has a different, like, phrase or saying.
Yes.
Like, you have, obviously, Sean Connery speaks like this and all. Yeah. But the best, for some reason, the only thing I have for Roger Moore's Bond and is his trademark line that he says in every film. And if you ever watch his back, you'll see it and you'll laugh. He just always wants people to get out of the way. He always just goes, move! Every time.
What a shit catchphrase.
But he's always running to get past people and instead of boshing him, move! Just keep an eye out for any time Roger Moore does. And he's trying to get past the startling guy, and he'd go move, and then the guy would untie. He would have, because again, he would have like his jumper tied around his waist. Right. He's the back to front guy, and it'd be covering the ass's chaps on backwards. So then he'd be like, take that off. He would untie it, and he'd just see a sweet piece, and he'd go.
Roger, we're delighted to have got you for Bond. You're a great choice. You're the actor we've wanted. Now, all these Bonds have had catchphrases. We've got some fantastic ones here. They're sexy, they're fast, they cut people to the bone. What have you got, Roger?
I will try something for you.
Yes, Roger, we're very keen for it.
Move!
You want me to move so you can deliver the line, Roger? I love it. You want more space.
Move!
What's wrong, Roger?
Move!
Oh, coronavirus. All good. How many we got left?
Well, like 3 or something. Adam Fitz, that was my favourite question of the week so far. I enjoyed that.
Question.
Dylan O'Neill. Hey, Dylan, you son of a bitch. Yeah, lads, just wondering if any of you knew where to get hand sanitizer. Yeah, we do. Bradley Seller. I mean, that sounds like a guy that would give you hand sanitizer on the cheap. With coronavirus spreading and me living in the United States, how much longer do you think it'll be before I'm shot dead for coughing in public?
Yeah, not long, probably. Although I'm coming over to the United States next week, and I know I'm gonna be quarantined or something. I'm gonna get mugged off.
You're gonna be like Tom Hanks living in an airport.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it is. I was gonna say it's being blown out of proportion. That's easy to say.
I mean, that's what I like to get at weekends.
I would hope by April or May, nobody's talking about it.
Makes no sense.
Nobody's
right, here's a question. Your big gig, Waterfront, what date? October 28th? 3rd? Same.
28th last year.
Right, okay, so if the Waterfront were like, look, people have bought all tickets, it's sold out, we can't really do it because of quarantine, but we're going to put a live stream, you still get all the cash, would you do it?
Yes.
Okay, but it might be weird because there's no laughter.
Nah, it'd be fine. Well, there usually isn't.
Yeah, but then there'd be me and the wine.
I'm only joking, people love it.
10-year-olds.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. But yeah, hand sanitizer. Helen, come on, you're more original than this. Has there been a rumour going around someone selling fake hand sanitizer? We heard about it. We talked about it. But thank you for your question, Helen, because you know we like questions from everyone. The Shite Pints of London it's quite a good account actually on Instagram if you want to follow that. It's just a load of shit pints that are being rated in London. I'm going to London next week and I would like a pint of Guinness because I'm there on St. Patrick's Day. So Shite Pints of London, please let me know where I can get a good pint of Guinness. Said, good morning, man, da. Seen a pure deadly play about a gay fella in the rise, secret Protestant boyhood, a secret Protestant boyfriend last week, Trey Cunanan. Does Boytown have a national theatre? If so, what's showing at the moment?
I mean, we have actually talked about doing an actual play, which I would like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we would have vaudeville.
Cafe?
No, just like a lot of vaudeville plays, you know?
Yeah, I think so. I also think we would have like very Cunanan things going on. I think it'd be great.
Yes.
I know what would be shown just behind the candelabra, live action.
Just constantly
Yeah,
restream.
except I would recast people to be bigger and more like bodybuilders would play Liberace and Scott, and it'd just be a very unique show. Last question of the week is from Kieran Bartlett's son Ronan, and he said, "Good evening, sirs. Hope all is well. How do the boys feel about the impending coronavirus, and how will this affect the loving relationship between you both?"
Oh, we'll still be doing it. Hopefully, if we get it, we both get it at the same time.
Like, I sort of think we kind of already have the coronavirus, and we're just dead on with it.
I mean,
the
the mad thing is, you could have had it, and then now you don't.
Is this
Does that
guy a
make
bit
sense?
sinister? Sorry to just butt in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. Nice.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's all good. We'll be fine.
Yeah, and guys, I think the best thing we can do is just support each other and just be friends.
Yeah, it's all good. Speaking of supporting each other,
Uh-huh.
this has been a great podcast. I've enjoyed it. This
Ben.
hey man, I'm cocked here.
And you're sorry, and I appreciate
No, I'm not.
that. Guys, it's been a fun episode. We have a lot of stuff, and you can follow a lot of things. If you look for Boytown Podcast, Twitter, you know what? I'm going to just say it here. Fuck Facebook. We're moving everything on the Instagram soon, aren't we, Ben? Because we've got 6 followers on Facebook. It's a waste of everyone's time.
Yeah.
Twitter and Instagram's where we're grinding.
The Patreon as well, Boytown Podcast. If you want
Yeah.
to do us a favour, go on the Apple Podcasts and rate and review
In
the
fact,
Boytown
no,
Podcast.
that's
We'd like
fucking
that.
compulsory.
Yeah,
We're the Boytown Universe.
we'd like that.
We want you to get together. And hey, listen, we're in a new studio. We're going to try and give you more. We put in more, we give out more. It's kind of like, you know, when you get a couple of oranges, make orange juice. We're buying more oranges. Figure
But
that
you're
out.
not getting orange juice, you're getting
Fake
premium.
hand sanitizer with spunky junks in it.
Sly Guy Podcast.
Yeah, every Monday, super podcast. Tea with me.
Tea with me every Wednesday, and you get both those podcasts on all the podcast places.
Yeah.
Have a look. Is it there? Brilliant. Listen to it.
And
Is
also,
it not?
guys,
well, why are you
you know-
looking in under someone's
You know,
stairs?
you know what we're going to do? We're also going to get some dates. I've been figuring out dates for the live podcast. I'm looking at this. It's episode 164. I'm thinking probably episode 170 live.
170, yeah.
Happy enough with that, Benner? Good man. Jeremy Benner. Anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks very much.
It's been a chore. This week's been very tough for me. I just want to say
You got any shows?
as well. Nope.
Can I drop this in real
Yeah.
quick? My tour's now on sale. Shine.net. Go in their comedy section. My tour's on sale. I'm going everywhere, and Waterfront's nearly sold out.
And be prepared
Dab.
for refunds because of coronavirus.
No, we'll be all good.
But guys, this has been fun. You know what? Again, we stress this. We want to see you sharing Boytown. We need to get back where we need to be. We need the MBTGA, make Boytown great again.
Hats coming soon.
The hats are coming soon. I want to see Instagram stories. I want to see tweets. I want to see everyone. I want to see his face, my face. Share it.
Yep.
And guys, we're all done. Gravy burrs. Burrs? Huh? Don't do that. Troubles.